Hello to all my queers and dears who may or may not be here. Welcome back to the stream where we play non-violent games. Games that reward the player for intellectual and or emotional engagement rather than for combat or other forms of violent gameplay loops. Let's head to Temsic Park. Chapter 14, 1:28 p.m. Wait, p.m.? Just when it was a.m. Because it's... Ow. Temsic Park. The site of the little lady Camilla's abduction tonight. And the place where an important piece of evidence, the music box, was hidden. I wonder why our lady detective is looking so dejected. At least she isn't dead, but what did she find? Huh? What's he doing here? What's he doing here? Oh, let me spend a moment of time with you, my love. The world was not to end if the food delivery is a little late. La la la. Ah! I don't know what that was. A little late. It's already ice cold. Ooh, spin. There we go. Hey, Lynn. Oh, there you are, sis. From your dejected expression, I gather you didn't find what you were looking for. Right. I can't find the music box anywhere. But I found something else instead. Something horrible. Horrible? What is it? There, in the grass. You'd better see for yourself. Oh no. It looks like a dead body. I nearly died when I saw it. I suppose now that we've found it, we can't just leave it there, can we? Nope, I suppose not. Alright then. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site! Protect the park, the rock of the gods! You there! You're talking to me, aren't you? I have some leaflets for you. Leaflets I know you'll be very interested in. I urge you to peruse it thoroughly, examine it in detail. Never mind that right now. Do you remember your name? My name... What does my name matter when there are more important things to worry about? Okay. Come now and study these tracks with me, my brother. Come and learn about the Rock of the Gods with me. The night is no longer young. As a matter of fact, daybreak is approaching, but we are young. Look, I don't have time to get involved in your way of life, but I am interested in your way of death. So let's go back. Back to 4 minutes before your death. And so I made up my mind. I resolved to live here in this park and defend it. Okay. And what does this have to do with this rock of the gods you mentioned? You're still don't appear to understand! It's written quite clearly in the fourth leaflet in great detail. Excuse me, but I have to use the restroom. Eek! I'm coming! Just hold on! I'll be right there! I've located the target, Beauty. And a girl of the right age coming out of the right apartment building at the right time. Yes, my dear. I'll ever so gently nap her and come right back to your side. Good evening, young lady. Why don't you come with me? Oh, gods! What do I do? What should I do? I have to do something. Well, that's interesting. What in the world? What just happened? Oh, that's Mino. Mino the mascot, the symbol of Temsic Park. Forget about the name of the big creepy lump of concrete. I'm talking about the way it changed direction. Did you see that? Yes, I did. We witnessed it with our own eyes. The power of the rock of the gods. That was the power of the gods. The power of the gods saved that little girl. And then that same power very deliberately crushed you instead? Yes, precisely. That is called the mischief of the gods. Was the mischief of the gods, or was it a ghost trick? That couldn't have been a ghost trick. No ghost trick could change the direction of something that heavy in midair. Wait a minute. What if there was someone with much greater powers than me? Look at that! There's another flame besides mine! Ooh, so that is the flame of a god, is it? But hold on! Your spirit is a flame too, isn't it? Yeah, so? Pardon me, but are you a god? I sincerely doubt it. At the last minute, that big lump of concrete made a huge swing to one side. That was probably that flame's doing. Who could it be? I definitely believe it's either a god or somebody god-related. Maybe I'll try talking to this person. What the? This person with much greater powers than me, it's... you? Hey! Sissel! Oh my, it's... Missile! You look well for being dead. Did you see what I did? I did it! I tried really hard and I did it! I saved Miss Camilla! Are you telling me I was done in by a puppy dog? Missile, what's going on? How did you get the powers of the dead? I'm glad you asked! After Miss Camilla went out and you left... I worked like crazy to make my own path, and I did it! And then I followed Miss Camilla out into the big wide world. And then, here at this park, I found her at last. Yes, you guessed it, I barked, you bet I did, and I went running after her, too. And then I guess I died. And then I was unconscious for a little while. When I came to, it was all over.
Poor Miss Camilla! Crushed under that big, scary lump! Oh, what have I done? I'm so sorry, little lady. Please, forgive me! Miss Camilla! I had to rescue Miss Camilla! It was up to me! I cried out from the depths of my heart, and then... I can't tell you how surprised I was, but I bet you understand, right? Better than probably anybody else could. And I remember what you did for me, and how you saved me. So, you went back, right? Back to 4 minutes before the little lady's death. You bet I did! Yes, my dear, I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side. That was my chance, I thought. I saw the core. I don't know, it looks pretty far. I stretched out my paw toward the core. Oh, how I felt it that moment! I'd love for you to be able to feel it too. Go ahead, Sissel. Try it. Go ahead and try it for yourself. I can't believe it. How could you connect over such a great distance? Well, they don't call me Missile for nothing. And so then you manipulated that Mino thing and threw it aside? Right on top of my head! Well, no, actually. Huh? I can't manipulate things like you can, Sissel. You can't? Then how did you? I didn't know what to do. Then I happened to see something out of the corner of my eye. And it had a core, too. A single leaf, hanging from the tree. I tried reaching out to the leaf. What in the world? I can't manipulate things, but apparently I can swap them. As long as the two things have the same shape, that is. Swap things with the same shape. Go ahead and try it. Press swap. Whoop. That's incredible. And so that's how you saved your mistress, is it? And that's how I became caught up in this, is it? I'm very sorry. My powers were too meager. Meager? Because you see, I saw one more. I happened to notice one more core. That was something with the exact same shape stuck in the branches of a tree. Hey, you're right. If Mina could be swapped again with that, then disaster wouldn't have to rain down upon my head. What is that thing? It's too big to be a leaf. Whatever it is, I'd much prefer it on my head than Mino. Why didn't you swap the Missile? I couldn't. I can stretch out my paw a little further than you can, Sissel. But this was just too far for me. I couldn't reach.
I must admit, it's a fascinating spectacle of a death, if I do say so myself.
I kept retrying over and over to see if there was anything I could do. I bet there's something you could do now. Huh? If we work together, you and me. Sissel, you think so? I don't plan on letting anyone die in front of me tonight. Do you think you could help me? Of course!
Naturally!
So, we're gonna drop that Mina thing in a different spot. Okay, let's try it. Let's go back again to 4 minutes before. Alright, let's get this started. 4 minutes from now, you'll swap Mina with the leaf. And then you have to swap Mina with something else. Something with the same shape.
Oh, I believe that's a rugby ball.
Okay, rugby ball, huh? With the rugby ball where it is now, Missile can't reach it. So that means I have to move it closer somehow. Looks like you and I will have to work together on that one, Missile. Okay, I'm ready! Whenever you want to use my swap trick, just press ZR. That way you'll be able to control me. And then if you press ZR, control will come back to me. Okay, let's try it. Together we can stop Mino from hurting anybody. Oops. Alright, Missile. Your powers are the key this time. Okay, I'm I'm ready. I can swap anything that has the same shape. Just call on me if you find anything you want to try. The best thing to do is just try a bunch of things and see how it goes. If I see something we can swap, I should use ZR. Shit. I went in the wrong direction and got stuck. Would you look at that? There sure are a whole lot of round things around here. Oh boy! That means it's time for me, right? Oh boy! My hair is also round! Let's see. To use Thistle's powers, I just have CR. Try it, see what happens. Sorry about all this, Sissel. If only my paw could reach a little further. I could have swapped that big lump one more time.
Swapped it with that rugby ball in the tree nearby.
That's alright. That's what we're gonna do now. Together. I'm gonna give it my best. First thing to do is to find a path to that rugby ball. Wait, what? What did I... Oh, shoot. Look at this funny flattened ball! It's the same shape as that horrible Mino, but it's too far to swap from here.
Even this ball is starting to look horrible to me.
We have to find a way to get this ball closer to that Mino thing.
Knock it down from the tree, I say.
Must be something we can do. Oops, wrong button, sorry. Whoops. Oh, shoot. Ah! Sorry.
What do you think of my lightning fast pace?
I wish you would knock it off, that's what I think. We don't have time to prepare. I think we're gonna have to find a way to stop him from running.
As far as I can see, the only way to do that is to use the playground equipment.
What? You know, the seesaw, the swing, those things.
Precisely! Except there is one more piece of equipment to be exact.
Stuck with the equipment, huh? Maybe I should rethink things here. Oh, that was so close! If it hit the ball, it could have knocked it down. Is that all this umbrella can be used for? For knocking the rugby ball down? Don't forget about my powers!
And don't forget about my recklessness of use!
Sizzle, that funny flattened ball's still in the tree. Yeah, I know. And there isn't much more time. I have to find a way somehow. Yeah, no, this is too late. We're too late. I'm too late, I should say. I guess I'll just let the timer go out and then see if we get any hints or anything. Sizzle, help! There's nothing in reach to swap Mino with! Too late. Darn, guess we'll have to start over again. I'd like to take advantage of that guy's strange way of traversing the park. But he runs through so quickly!
I am very quick indeed. Do you think you could stop me?
I'm waiting to stop him from running. Okay. Oh. So if then we can change his fate, right? So, well, not necessarily avert his fate, but change it, definitely. If we can... so heavy I can't move it very much. Maybe because of that swap I made. This little ball. Oops. Ah, frick. Sorry. I keep doing this. I need to get used to having this new button. Here you come already.
I swore to myself not to repeat my mistakes.
Mistakes?
When somebody's in trouble, you should lend them a hand. Otherwise, you'll definitely regret it. And now the recklessness of youth has taken over, giving me lightning-fast speed.
I've been thinking, if we could stop this man from running, maybe he wouldn't get smushed.
It would be easy to stop me once the recklessness of youth has taken over.
Stop him, man. Wow, I didn't see this coming.
Don't you know the first thing about the globe climber?
Huh?
Even little children treat it with the respect it deserves. They know that unless you spin it gently, there's no stopping it.
Yeah, it does look pretty dangerous.
Looks like I'm just destined to fly through the air like this for a while.
This might just buy us some time. Maybe I'll just keep spinning around like that for the whole 4 minutes.
I'm sorry, but I don't think I would stand for it that long.
Anyway, at least we stop him from running for a while. Let's do what we can while we have this chance. Wait, shoot! I keep using the left trigger instead of the right one. Ah! I did it again. Really need to get to it. Ah! Why do I keep doing that? Oh, that's interesting. Cecil, did you see that? Did you see the seesaw? Yeah, I guess the tire's too heavy to get much height. I wouldn't have been surprised if it launched me into the air. I wouldn't be surprised if it launched me into the air. That tire does have quite a bit of weight to it. No matter how heavy it is, I can still swap it. So weight isn't a factor when it comes to swapping, huh? Well, that's an idea. That's an idea. Now, obviously, it's too late for it now, but... Shoot. Still, do you say it? Okay. So we just need the baseball then. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I'm still getting used to having this trigger. The new trigger. Okay, so we do want the basketball, but we need the umbrella there first, I think. Help, I think. Oh, whoops. So did not see that coming. Never thought the umbrella would catch the ball.
Did you see that? The tree branch, it shook a little.
I think I saw it shake too.
Only it shook a little more. It would knock that terrible rugby ball right down to this terrible tree.
Okay, so we actually do want the tire. My mistake. Oops.
Ah!
Okay, I'm gonna have to wait for a cleaner shot. There we go. let's see if it works. No, it's too... That's what I thought, because we had tried that already, right? But if the basketball's not heavy enough and the tire's too heavy, what have I got left? I did it again. Damn it. What if I don't open the umbrella? What then? Okay, then we got nothing. did it again. Why do I keep doing that? Wait, I have an idea. And it's not an idea that works, apparently. I thought I could switch these two in midair or something. Nope. Wait. So I might have been onto something then. If we just put the tire there instead of the baseball. There we go. That ought to do it, I think. There, we moved the ball. What do you think, Missile? With the ball there, I think I could do it. In just a few seconds, you'll swap Mino with the leaf, and then from there you can swap Mino one more time. The final moment is near, Missile. Are you ready? You bet! Okay, watch me, Sissel. Here I go! Finishing touches. You can do it, Missile. Swap Mino with that ball. Boom, baby! I don't know what that was, but I did it, so I'm stuck with it. There, how's that?
My head has been spared! Truly that was a try worthy of the gods!
Now, Mino is right where he belongs. Did it again, didn't we? Didn't we? Now nobody has to die! Except for one brave little somebody. Huh? I'm talking about you, Missile. Oh, me? I guess you're right. I'm still dead, aren't I? So now let's go back and save your life. Wait a minute. What is it? Now that I think about it, I think I want to stay dead a little longer. What? When I was alive, I couldn't even help Miss Camilla when she was in trouble. Now I want to be able to protect Miss Camilla. And to do that, I need these powers that I have now. I see.
Perfectly understandable. Even I wish I had powers like that.
Hey, we just saved you. Don't waste your life away already.
Oh, of course, you're right.
Okay, Missile, have it your way. By the way, Mr. Reckless Youth, there's a certain detective who needs that music box you found. When we get back to the present time, could you give it to her?
Oh, certainly, you have my word.
Let's go back then. Back to the present. I'm trying to model Missile's voice after, like, dogs yelping. Kind of. And so, Camilla ended up in the hands of the kidnappers. We weren't able to change that part. Lynn listened to my story without saying anything. I'm sorry. I wish there was something else I could have done. No, you did the best you could. I'm sure she's alright after all. After all, she has me. Missile? Are you in there? Miss Lynn, leave Miss Camilla to me. I know I don't look like much right now, but I'm sure I can help her. Missile. Hick! Miss Lynn? Uh-oh. No, wait! I'm going to leave it up to Missile. Kind of looks like Missile is being left up to the wind. Ooh!
I have something to give you. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods.
Aren't you forgetting your promise?
Oh, pardon me, pardon me. My apologies. This is for you.
Oh. You kept the music box safe, didn't you? Thank you.
Not at all. I was only doing what the Rock of the Gods would have wanted.
What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? He's mesmerized by my beauty. Hey, the cat's not allowed to get your tongue.
Excuse me, but are you... No, it couldn't be.
Have we met before?
Aren't you that little girl from that time? I'll never forget it. It was 10 years ago in this park.
10 years ago? Are you talking about...
and the park, the gods surely control fate. Today, 10 years from that day, we meet once again. If that isn't the power of the gods, then what else is it? Could just be coincidence. But apparently you know our lady detective here. Did you tell us about it? About what happened 10 years ago? Yes, of course. I was actually about to do just that. What's this Rock of the Gods you keep mentioning? Don't you know? It's right there in front of us.
Missile. Wait a minute, when you say Gods, but you say Gods, but do you mean DOGS?
Of course not, don't be silly. This is no time for ridiculous word games. We're standing just above the Rock of the Gods now. Take a good look at that monument.
Monument? Rock of the Gods, Temsic Park. The Rock of the Gods.
The rock is buried in the ground right there. It's been there these 10 years. Ever since that day, it flew down from the heavens and showed us a miracle.
Miracle? So this rock you've been talking about is a meteorite?
Precisely. It dropped from the sky on that day 10 years ago. Yes, of course. Surely you know all about it.
Me?
That day, I just happened to be passing through this park. I had no idea that day would change my destiny. The sun was going down, and through the gloom, I heard the scream of a little girl.
Eek! Now just calm down, and drop that weapon. Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her.
I peeked out fearfully out of the bushes and saw some shadowy figures. I didn't see the face of the criminal clearly. I knew I should do something to help, but I couldn't move. The tension was so thick, it was so painful, just when I couldn't stand it any longer. That's when it happened. The sky suddenly burned bluish white. When it crashed into the ground, the meteor gave off a shower of beautiful fragments. And then I saw it. One of those beautiful fragments pierced into the criminal's back. The judgment of the gods was brought down on the park that day. "10 years ago, the little girl that was saved the little girl that was you was saved by the Rock of the Gods."
I can't believe it.
The Rock of the Gods was given the name Temsic, and still today it lies sleeping deep in the park's earth.
I never knew about this Temsic. I always thought Detective Jowd was the one who saved me.
You were very young then, and you passed out from the shock of being taken hostage. Of course you wouldn't remember.
That's funny. A huge incident like that should have caused quite a stir. Strange you never heard of it, Lynn. It is, isn't it? But now that I think about it, I remember I didn't want to think about what happened. I avoided the news and I never came back to this park again. That's why I didn't know anything about it.
The meteorite was named Temsic after the name of this park that it fell in. And then the Rock of the Gods was forgotten. Now an awful thing is happening. They are talking about turning the park into a housing site. I'll never forget the miracle I witnessed that day. And so I've taken up residence in this park and am trying to appeal to the people. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. That is my mission.
I see. I'm taking you with me, Missile. So 10 years ago, the little girl that was Lynn wasn't aware of the meteorite. I get that. But Detective Jowd, on the other hand, there's no way he didn't know about this Temsic thing. And if he knew, and the man died,
I took his life.
What was that confession of his all about? The rocks of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago changed the destinies of many people's lives, like the ripples on a pond when a pebble is dropped in. With every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery. Will I be able to break the chain of mysteries before dawn? Anyway, now that we have the evidence we need, we decided to meet up again at the minister's office. Besides, there are a few things I wanted to ask Detective Jowd. We found the music box, Detective Jowd.
Good job, Lynn. I knew you would. Once everything has been resolved, I wanted you to give this to him.
Him? You mean Inspector Cabanela, right?
I don't suppose he'll ever forgive me.
Detective Jowd.
Now then, let's get this thing open. There's such a knack to doing it, you know. Yeah! See? He calls that a knack? Looks more like brute strength to me. Here you are. You should find scorch marks on the grip.
Scorch marks?
When Camilla built her contraption, she used a special kind of string. It's a kind magicians use. It burns up in an instant and disappears.
Why would little Camilla use something like that?
I don't know. Maybe because she's a detective's daughter, not leaving any evidence behind and all that. In the case report, there was mention of some scorch marks. When it happened, Camilla was watching from her hiding place. She saw the flame run to the gun, something she naturally didn't include in her design. I took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. If you remove the picture, you should find scorch marks behind it on the frame too, and those marks should match up with the ones on the gun.
In other words,
it proves the contraption existed there in that room that day. And it didn't work the way your little girl intended, is that right? Exactly. Some cowardly culprit modified the design. But that angle was never brought up in court. And so, as Justice Minister, I must call off the execution at this point.
I knew I was right. It wasn't Detective Jowd. Now we can finally prove that. Thank goodness.
Thank you, Lynn. In those eyes of yours, I see the eyes of that little girl from 10 years ago. Sissel, if you hadn't come to my cell tonight, I would be gone by now, without ever having known any of this. This is what I deserve. That's what I told myself these past 5 years. But things are different now. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been opened.
Tonight, I've come into contact with a lot of people's lives and got involved in their fates. And the only reason I was doing it was to regain my own lost memory. But things are different now. We're connected to each other now. We're connected to each other somehow. I just know it. And that's why I need to ask you a few more questions, in order to find the truth about us.
Fair enough. Fire away.
Sissel told me all about it, Detective Jowd. About the manipulator.
Yes, and it looks like this manipulator really did a number on the minister, too.
Ah! Please don't pick on the minister. If he dies again, I'm the one who has to save him.
Ugh.
Sissel, do you think that's what happened to me, too?
What are you talking about, Lynn? Don't tell me. You were manipulated, too!
There was always a part of me that just couldn't believe it. The image of the one who shot me. But now I see the possibility of a new explanation. But who is it, and why did they do it? That contraption was a birthday surprise for Camilla's mother, wasn't it?
That's right.
Something's been bothering me about it. I feel like I know that device from somewhere.
No surprise there. You lost your life once tonight because of that machine.
Right, I knew it! See, Detective Jowd?
No, I'm afraid I don't see.
I told Detective Jowd about it. Told him about seeing the exact same contraption tonight in a completely different place.
That's very strange indeed. Junkyard on the edge of town. I've never even heard of the place. What's more, I've never told a single soul about that contraption.
You haven't? That old pigeon guy. Who in the world is he? Detective Jowd, you must have heard this name before. Temsik. The meteorite that fell in the park 10 years ago. You were there.
So, you found out about that, did you?
I hear that meteorite saved little Lynn's life.
That's right. I couldn't do anything to help Lynn that day.
But in that case, I don't get it. If it's true, doesn't it mean you didn't steal somebody's life away? What are you talking about? Detective Jowd, you told me that 10 years ago, the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you. What? But it was the meteorite.
I wasn't lying. I stole that man's life away. No question about it, it was entirely my fault. I was just about to shoot him. I would have shot him the next instant if the meteorite hadn't come. At that point, I was already a murderer.
That's not true. You were trying to save me.
Lynn, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's really it.
Huh?
On that day 10 years ago, a different incident happened in another place.
Another place?
Yes, in the police headquarters interrogation room. The worst sort of incident. A suspect who was being questioned escaped.
Wow, I didn't know about that.
I happened to be there in the detective division, so I joined the chase. Fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, I was able to track him down alone in the park.
Hold it right there.
Hold it right there. I fired a warning shot. I wanted to catch him bad. That warning shot made him panic. At the time, I was a young and green detective, brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. I made him panic and got you involved, Lynn. It was all my fault.
Detective Jowd.
All I could see was my target. I couldn't even see you. I'm so sorry, Lynn.
So the man who grabbed me died that day.
These last 10 years, I've never forgotten his face. And then a few years after that, when my wife Alma died in such a mysterious way, I thought it was fate, my punishment for what I'd done. I painted pictures in my cell, nothing but portraits of people's faces. All the faces of the many people I'd met in my life and didn't want to forget. And tonight, I finished my last portrait, the final face I wanted to remember. The final face. The face of the man in the park that day.
Wait just 1 minute. That can't be. I saw that painting. I saw the face you painted tonight. It was my face. Are you telling me I was the man in the park that time?
That's right. That face of yours is the face I saw 10 years ago. The face of the man whose life I stole, of the man who was pronounced dead at the scene.
But hold on, Jack, that can't be true. I just met Sissel for the first time tonight. And then he died right in front of me.
By the way, this name that I know the man in the park that day by isn't Sissel.
What?
From the first minute I laid eyes on you tonight, I've been wondering, who in the world is this guy?
Mr. Minister. Inspector Cabanella, where are you? Just be quiet and listen. This is our demand. What? Demand? Our demand hasn't changed. Execution must be tonight. Once we've confirmed it's been carried out, we'll release the hostage. What are you talking about, Inspector Cabanella? And you know it wasn't my daughter who was abducted. Does it really matter who the hostage is? A life is a life, even if it's the daughter of a death row prisoner. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. What is it, Mr. Minister? You look paler than ever. What in the world? What's going on, Inspector Cabanella? The rock of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago twisted the fates of many people and started a chain of tragic events. And even now the chain continues to grow ever longer. Inspector Cabanella's call proved that to us. And the greatest mystery of all has risen to the surface. Who is this me I've been chasing all night? Who am I? I'm even further from knowing that. I'm even further from knowing than when I started. "10 years ago, a man named Sissel took a little girl named Lynn hostage, and then was killed by a meteorite fragment. Tonight, a man named Sissel met a detective named Lynn at a junkyard on the edge of town, and then was killed by a bullet. But the scene I find waiting for me on the other end of the phone line feels like the final nail in the coffin of my lost memory." What? I see myself. There you are, Commander Sith. Finally.
Sissel, where have you been, my good...
Sissel, where have you been, my good man? We've been looking everywhere for you. Had a little unfinished business I had to take care of. Didn't think it would take this long. What about your people? They sure went out of their... What about your people? They sure went out of their way to mess me up. I say, I believe we fulfilled every one of your conditions in our little deal. What right do you have to complain about anything outside our bargain? We can talk about that when we get together.
This will be our last communication by telephone. We'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Sissel.
Dawn is approaching. The darkness surrounding my own mystery is deep, but I know it's always darkest before the dawn.
Yes. We're nearing the final stages of our little deal, my good man. Yes, sir. All preparations are complete, sir. We just had a report, sir. Lights have been spotted, sir. Lights have been spotted, sir. Have they now? By all means, let me have a look.
Yes. We're very close.
We will now disconnect from the communication cable and have no service until we arrive, sir.
Very well. Oh my god, they're on a submarine. Nice try, Inspector Cabanella. But you could never stop me. See ya, sucker. So, that submarine guy and his people have a deal going on with me, do they? If that's the case, they probably aren't the ones who killed me, right? Anyway, there's definitely something behind the Inspector's death. I think I'd better talk to him. Hey, do you think you could wake up for me? Oh boy, still unconscious, sir. I guess he hasn't been dead for very long, then. I'll just go ahead and go back to 4 minutes before his death. I'm a little nervous about what I might see there, though. But if that's where I'm gonna find my answers, I can't run away from it. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. Nope, that's not. Once the carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. That's a good boy. Gee, hostage sure is a handy thing. Gives me complete control of the top police inspector in the country. What's the matter? All those broken bones smart a bit? What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive? Why are you doing this? Now, is that any kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago. Don't be ridiculous. It was a meteorite that stole your life. Or have you forgotten that? Forgotten that? Wrong. I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jowd, who chased me down and forced me into a corner even though I was innocent. Lynn, that little girl who was right there when I was running. Lynn, she was just an innocent little girl playing in the park. If that brat hadn't been there, I never would have thought of taking a hostage. That's the most self-centered garbage I've ever heard. That's the most self-centered garbage I've ever heard. I don't... What am I... That's the most self-centered garbage I've ever heard. And finally you, Inspector Cabanella. Me. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. You were so proud of your spotless record. And my case was the one blot on it, wasn't it? Only two people know the real truth. Me and Detective Jowd. I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who know about the stain on your record would disappear for good. That's why you didn't help him escape from prison. That's the kind of guy you are. I got nothing to say to you. You'd never listen anyway. Inspector. Time to make a big red stain on your spotless white coat. This was another condition of my deal. To wipe out everybody who knew about Temsic. Revenge? That's what I'm up to? None of this makes any sense. Hey man, mind telling me what's going on? Inspector Cabanela, he's awake. My head is spinning, baby. Might understand the Cabanela character who just got shot is me. Oh, that's right. And you're supposed to be the scoundrel there who just shot me. I guess so. But you couldn't be, could you? Huh? After all, the guy in the red suit just walked out the door, right? So, who are you? I guess I just have to face him. I'm not that Sissel guy. I'm somebody who's searching for himself. That's why I'm here to save you. At the very least, you have information about that guy in red. Information I need. So you came on a rescue mission now, did you? Nothing like the sound of that, baby. Because there's a very important life here somewhere. A life valuable to this nation. Okay, so do your thing, baby. So you were manipulated too? I have ghost tricks, powers of the dead, yeah, but I can't control living creatures. Anywho, I think you'd be better be very careful. That guy in red is a manipulator. Naturally, he knows about powers like yours. And if he realizes you're here, things might get a little sticky. Alright, I better be careful. That's a good boy, Joe. Look at him. There's that something emanating from his body. Is it really the sign of having special powers of the dead? What's going on? I've never seen a ghost world like this. I've never seen a ghost world like this. So you're here, are you? He sensed my presence. I noticed you. You think you can stop me, do you? I don't know why you're wearing my face, but you might as well give up now. I control everything. Dang it. Everything, including the life of this police inspector in white. Wait, don't shoot. The other me knows the powers of the dead as well. Who wouldn't notice what you just did? You were practically shouting, "Look at me, baby." Looks like it might be hard to save you under these circumstances. I guess I can't use my powers right in front of him like that. Guess I'd better rewind the clock again and see if I can pick up any other clues. The top of this bookshelf is lined with books. This one on top is balanced up precariously. It's a wonder it doesn't fall off. How the old pigeon guy even reached up here? I wonder if he make his pigeon fishing for him. Oh, happened here? I think I'm starting to remember. Something bad happened here, and now there's another death lying hidden here. Another death? Didn't I tell you from the start? Didn't I say there was a very important lie valuable to the nation here? I thought you were talking about you. I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, baby. Come to think of it, where is that old pigeon guy? Excuse me. Are you awake? Of course. I never sleep during work hours. Professor, do you recognize me? There's only one crazy character in a white coat that I know of. He hasn't lost his memory. I'm not the type who likes losing things, but never mind that. Cavanella, this is quite a surprising guest you've brought with you. Pretending like you didn't just blow up the place. Are you talking about me? Oh, this is a different guy, and I'm his guest, actually. Said he came to rescue us. Unlike you, my sharp friend, he still hasn't gotten his memory back. Pitiful. Ouch, that hurts. Anyway, we'll be going back to 4 minutes before your death, in order to change your fate, that is. But aren't we already in the past, man? We can go back even further. I've done it before. Still don't see a path to saving Inspector Cavanella, but if we go back further, maybe I'll find a lead. How many times I have to tell you, Professor? This place is dangerous. Don't be daft. I can't leave now. Don't be daft. I can't leave now. He's completely dead, just as I thought, but I'm getting a reading. This is the source of his powers. If I remove it. He's not dead, he's just not there. The true form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect, it's a spirit. Ridiculous. So you figured it all out, huh? You're a clever man, Inspector Cavanella. So it's really true. I wasted a lot of time tonight because of you, Inspector. But it's all just like you said. I died 10 years ago. This body is just a vessel, a shell. I control everything. The shell, people, just like I controlled the Justice Minister and Lynn. So it's true, you were manipulating my baby that time. You made her shoot your shell. But why would you do a thing like that? To create conclusive evidence, you know, on that security tape. Now she's a murderer too. She'll suffer just like Jow did. Now then, Professor, I'm afraid it's time for you to die. I don't have any grudge against you. I'm even grateful to you. Oh yeah? So why don't you let me live then? I'll be leaving this country forever tonight, but before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in this room. This time the thing will work the way it was meant to, and it'll all be over. Cupid won't turn this time. He'll shoot his little arrow this way. Professor, look out! Dynamite, eh? What in the devil did he put that there? Playing it all out tonight. Having my baby shoot him, having his corpse disappear. His corpse disappeared. That medical examiner, remember him? He was a complete and utter imposter. He said he was going to take the corpse back to the lab, but he'd already made a deal with the manipulator to meet him and give him the body back. But I wasn't gonna let that happen, baby. You saw through their plan, eh? I noticed right away the medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body. I knew it was a fake, so I tracked him down and bought him off. Bought him off? I smuggled the corpse to this room. I thought we could find the source of his powers. Of course, never in my wildest dreams did I think his abilities or powers were dead. Anyway, there isn't much time. He's leaving the country before dawn. And I'm gonna follow him, of course, after I save you two. Something's been nagging at the back of my mind. I remember what Ray said to me tonight. He said that spirits cease to exist when the day breaks. But if that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years ago still be here? No time for thinking now, baby. Action is the name of the game. Work your magic and take us back even further into the past. Alright, man, jump in there and stop that explosion, would you? Easy enough for you to say. Foolish of you to say, too. If you stop the explosion, he'll just do me in some other way. Fair enough. Jump in there and take care of that man in red, would you? I repeat, easy enough for you to say. And most likely impossible to boot. That huge explosion didn't even make him bat an eye. What do you propose then, Pray tell. Your best bet is to save me during the explosion without him noticing. Easy enough for you to say. Sheesh, what's with all these people? What's with all these people? Anywho, jump in there and do something. Come on, what is this thing? This device has that meteorite data entered into it. If it detects Timsic radiation, it responds. Got that kid? He's in love with it. I guess sometimes it's important not to think about things too much. What a sorry pair. It's no use, I can't open it. The fact that the professor is standing on it have anything to do with it. I may look small, but I'm pretty heavy set. He sounds so proud of that fact too. This door, such a pity. Too bad it doesn't open down. Sometimes life can be so hard, wouldn't you agree, Professor? Yeah, that's why we're both dead. The door that opens down. fool! What do you think you're doing? I just thought I'd try it out. If you do, you're going to set the contraption in motion. Oh yeah. I just thought... he just thought you'd blow me up, is what he thought. Oops, that's my bad, but there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my tricks on in this room. You best have already noticed time is running out, baby. Yeah, no, perhaps about it, I know, but you know, there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my ghost tricks on in here. It looks like it's all over. So I gotta find another pound. I'm sort of at a deadlock here. Cecil. Cecil! Help me. Find me. Before I'm carried away. Oh, it's, Missile. What's with the frail sounding call for help? He's here somewhere. A friend of yours? Yep, a little guy that looks a little fragile but has strength that'll surprise you. Well, he's asking you to find him. And before he's carried away, no less. And also, it's almost that time. Should I look for him? Off the explosion, and it would probably give away the fact that you are here too. So I had to rescue you without stopping the explosion. Is that even possible? That's what has to be done. Deal with it. There, Missile is. A leaf with Missile in it. Cecil, here I am! Oh hey, it's Missile! What are you doing here? Do you really have to ask? Seriously, are you really gonna go in there? No, are you really going there? No, that's okay. Never mind. Anyway, I need your powers. Will you help me out? Of course! Here, let me come join you. Okay, here I am, Miss Cecil. Now maybe things will flow in a new direction. Even though the flow of the sewer is a little bit stinky. Do you remember how to use my powers? Yeah, you can swap things that are the same shape. Well, to be precise, I can swap things that look like they have the same shape. What's the difference? As I was being carried by the wind and falling into the river, I realized something. If you look at things from different angles, it looks different. Yeah, that's a pretty good point. The little doggy came on sewage. Okay, let's stop that explosion. No, we can't do that. Okay, let's take care of that man in red then. No, we can't do that either. We can't do this, we can't do that. What can we do? We let the explosion happen. Then we rescue the old pigeon guy without the man in red noticing. And your powers are the key to all of it, Missile. Oh, I don't know about that, but I'll do my best. Talking about a matter of seconds. We can't miss our chance. Can we, like, switch the door with something? Maybe? so look out. No, okay. So I have to see without the other me noticing. And the moment of truth is just as the explosion occurs. We can do it, Sizzle. I know we can. Key to success here is this little doggy's powers. After fate change, obviously. Through that already. Oh. So you guys are making a fuss about something. Thistle, my animal instincts are starting to surface. If you mean you want to chase them, I think you have to be alive to do that. Must be some kind of rat feast in that trash can. Those things usually make a bigger commotion than that. Bigger commotion, right? Now that's what I'd call some proper commotion. They're making the trash can dance. Truth be told, I feel a bit like dancing now myself. It's getting harder and harder to hold my wild instincts back. Take this bunch. Look out. Yes! There we go. Sorry, little pigeon. As for you, Inspector, I have a little job for you. It can't move. I think I have 4 or 5 broken bones. I don't mind. It won't prevent me from manipulating you. It might make it hurt a little bit when I move you, though. Quite a bit, actually. Dang him, you! That looks like it hurt, but he's still alive at least. I can't believe it. You lot actually pulled it off. Sorry, Inspector Cabanella, I couldn't do anything to help you. And there I am, a poor, broken heap of arms and legs. But no matter, I enjoyed the show. The magic disappearing act, that is. Nothing like it, baby. Yeah, except, unlike a normal magic trick, I'm the one who managed to vanish without a trace here. What's the matter? You look like you'd rather be dead, not that you aren't. I was just remembering the fact right about now. The real me is giving the poor Justice Minister a real fright. Oh, that phone call. Yeah, he was pretty upset.
Excuse me, mister. You really shouldn't be mean like that.
And what's this, live, little creature? Oh, this little doggy here is the warrior who kept Camilla safe. Or he would be if he was actually still full of life. Camilla. Gods in heaven, what a terrible thing. That poor little girl taken hostage. It's a cruel twist of fate indeed.
Wait just a minute, Miss Camilla is a hostage?
Yes, we're sorry, little warrior.
Miss Camilla, a hostage? What's a hostage?
Anyway, Inspector Cabanella, it's time to save your life now. But you couldn't get very far when you tried before, am I right?
But this time it's different, right, Cecil?
That's right. With us working together, it's a whole different situation. We'll save the Inspector in White, and then we'll go rescue Camilla, okay?
Okay, let's get hurry up and get through this.
Gee, kids, you're making me feel like an afterthought. Alright, let's get started. Inspector Cabanella is upstairs, so our first step is to get up there.
Cecil, I'll go up first and wait for you.
Oh, okay, lovey-dove. We need your help. Carry this mirroring device upstairs. It has Mr. Ghost in it, so don't drop it.
There you are, Cecil.
Sorry for the wait, Missile. 4 minutes from now, the Inspector will be killed by a gun. You just jump in there and stop him from firing, would you? There you go again with that stuff. Besides, it doesn't make any sense. If you stop him from firing, he'll just kill you some other way. Wait a minute, that sounds familiar. Yep, same situation as mine. Your best bet this time around is to allow him to shoot, and then save Cabanella without him noticing. That's even worse than last time. Anywho, jump in there and do something.
Okay, I'm ready to jump in, Cecil. Don't forget, whenever you want to use my powers, just tap ZR. Did you see that? That bad Cecil turned around.
Do you have to call him that? But yeah, maybe this is our chance to try some ghost tricks. This is the only time he'd take his eyes off of me, too. You have something to do, do it now. Time to take the first steps towards saving the inspector.
So Cecil, could you explain something to me? Exactly how did the man in white die?
He got shot with a gun.
Gun, huh? I've always wondered about those things. How come people die when they hear that loud bang?
Why do they? I don't remember. Oh, brother. I hope I never lose my memory. Mr. Whitecoat here died because he got shot with a bullet.
Bullet?
A little lump of metal. It proves fatal when it gets lodged in his head.
Huh? I get it. It's like a little tiny Mino, right?
Yeah, something like that, I guess. Different shape, though.
In that case, I ought to be able to use my powers on it to save the man in white.
Hey, good nose, eh, Whitecoat? Can't anybody here just call me Kevin Naylor? Oh, wait, Ah, shoot. Timed it wrong. What's going on? I really like to be able to finish this up, to save Cabanela before, we should do it without stopping the guy from firing. In other words, once it's fired, the bullet will key to this whole thing.
Don't forget, whenever you...
Do something to help. Yes. Message for you, I'll take myself.
Okay, go ahead.
Start me with some, do something.
Good.
Oh boy. Not exactly much I can do now, is there? Let's see.
Yikes! I'm a little scared right now. Why didn't he die?
Because he's already dead. He died 10 years ago. I knew full well he wouldn't die if I shot him. I got into trouble shooting him at all. Time's almost up, so that's enough chit-chat. The situation has changed like the last split-second our chance. Maybe.
And look at that, right on the hook.
I love it. It's so warm and most of all soft. And now that I'm looking at it, the hat is the same shape as the helmet you just knocked down. I thought so. This was another condition of my deal, to wipe out everybody who knew about Tennessee. He's going to shoot. It's too late. Again, I'm gonna get shot. No, wait, our chance is coming up.
The last split second, right? Leave it to me.
Would you look at that? The bullet is hanging in midair, between the gun and the inspector's forehead.
Now's our chance. I'm hearing the bullet right now. Let's swap this little thing with something else.
What? It's our only hope. There's gotta be something here with the same shape and direction as the bullet. Yes! That's what I thought. Yes! I don't think you noticed. Looks like you pulled off another magic disappearing act. Now say again, I love knit hats. So warm and most of all, soft.
Did I do all right?
You did a fine job, little one. You saved another life.
And I'll keep doing it too, over and over.
What I saw in just these 4 minutes gave me all the answers I've been looking for. All our research these past 10 years pales in comparison, right, Professor? So you two were working together. That's about the size of the yay. Who would believe a story about a manipulator? So we pursued it ourselves, just the two of us. I'm quite a crazy character myself, after all.
Okay, let's hurry back. Back to our time. We have to rescue Miss Camilla.
You're right, Missile. There's a certain guy I have to follow, too. After completing his revenge on Inspector Cavanaugh, the man in red left. And now, a new story is about to unfold in a new present. How are you feeling, you old crazy character? Hey there, Prof. We're both live, I see. Yeah, nothing like it, baby. I don't know if I'm getting old or what. I got a few aches and pains here and there. Used to be a little thing like an explosion wouldn't bother me. Yeah, right, like I'm going to believe that. So what? The guy in the red is gone, eh? Just in case, I posted special investigation units all around the building. Let's just pray the boys came through for us. Damn! You picked a bad time not to listen to me, buddy of mine. Well, it looks like both of their deaths were erased. Fortunately, in the case of the Inspector in White, I can't call it a complete success. But in any case, these two have the information I need to start tracking the manipulator. I better talk to them. Okay, that is where we'll stop for tonight. That was a lot of fun. Thank you so much to all my queers and dears who weren't here. And I will see you on Thursday for some more Great Ace Attorney. Should be a lot of fun. Bye.